record label money before they knew us. And we were blowing your budget in the club to boof up. If your dog fall in your ball hog and get your whole crew up. Ooh, I'm with right now. I got you. Right now. Nothing. Need a Uber right now. Right now. Need crew love right now. Cause we two up right now. Ooh, I'm up right now. Hop out, ballet, walk out, all these bands I lost count, cause I'm too up right now,
All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the Houston Texans. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Now the return, Rashad Green. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
Here we go. Right, 72.
On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
There's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
372.
Bortles again here on 2nd and 10. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
Here we go. Hey. 39, Lucy.
Throwing on first down is Bortles. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
Omaha. Hey, spread right, snap.
Bortles looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He's got the hook up to Lee. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 41. Fournette, a 1st down carry. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Bortles to throw on 2nd down. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, You see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. The four-time All-Pro, J.J. Watt. And that's going to make it 4th down. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And he's brought down after a good gain. That one goes for 24 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
On 1st down, Watson. And the ball is out. Watson lost it. And the Jags grab it. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a two-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. Two-hand. Oh, I get it. Two-hand monster. Both hands on the football. Taking care of it. Putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Here we go.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5.
Lucy.
Shotgun now for Bortles. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
And now out comes Houston. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over. To throw on 2nd is Watson.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
First catch of the game for Hopkins. It's a 1st down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
Malik Jackson there to make the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Back to throw, Watson, eluding the pressure right. And they went for a big play through the air on second down, couldn't connect. Now it's third.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
Throwing on third down, Watson. And he finds Stills, complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to run with.
They'll run with Foreman. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. On second down, here's Watson, escaping the pressure right. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on third down. Here's Watson. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. So another third down conversion, and now they've got a first and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. They'll give it to him up the middle, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Malik Jackson in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Fairbairn able to put this one through, and that will tie us at 3-3. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
It's not like you're going negative on me,
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to the air on second down. It's Bortles. Flushed out right. Staying on his feet. Now he'll let it go deep left side. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Andre Howe. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. If that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
23 yards on the play. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans are able to show off their quick strike ability. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Jaguars getting set to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Bortles now on first down. Flush to his right. And an alley to run. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Bortles on the give to Fournette, and he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Lucy.
On first down, Bortles. Now he's hit, and Bortles fumbled. It's loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. Now they'll throw it. Bortles. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lee. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Lucy.
From the gun, it's Bortles. Forced out to his left. And he'll get it down here to the 43. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing From his coach, it's third down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
And the Jaguars send out their punter. And look at this, it's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 43.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, we usually focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. The special teams, they look like they were educated for that one.
Educated on their toes and getting a big stop. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Here's Watson now on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down. Watson on 1st down. Dancing to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. On 2nd down, Elliott. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. 2 minutes to go here in the 1st half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. To throw is Watson. To throw on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. On 4th down, here's the veteran Shane Leckler to punt it away. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. 35 yards that time on the punt. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
Lucy. Lucy.
Bortles now on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete. T.J. Yeldon, the one he was looking for. And it's 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play the defense.
This is Yeldon on the dump off. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. Call it a gain of 3. And they're going to face a 3rd down. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. Complete to Yeldon. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well.
It is hard in zone coverage to stop a curl route because when they see it, They just try and find the open spot and sit there.
Yeah, we always talk about finding the soft spot in the zone. What's the key to doing that? How do you do it?
You have to read what the coverage is. Is it 2 deep? Is it 3 deep? Because then you know where the linebackers are going to drop, what spots on the field they naturally get to, and you find that open space, and then you're in sync with your quarterback. He should be reading the exact same thing, and they put the ball right on you.
On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
372. 372.
To throw, it's Bortles. Flushed out, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Lucy. 11, 380.
Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. Steps away to his left. Now he's going to let it go. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Here comes Bruce Ellington on the return. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Now a run. This is Alfred Blue. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. A shotgun snap for Watson. Flush to his right. Sheds off the tackle, and he is out of bounds inside the 30. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
On 1st and 10, Watson eluding the pressure right. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. This is the running back, Blue. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll try the air now with Watson. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, second and goal.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Well, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Here's Elliott. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. They took it all the way to the 1, but in the end, opt for 3.
It just doesn't sound right, does it? If you get all the way down to the 1-yard line, isn't that supposed to be a play in the end zone that culminates in a touchdown for your team?
And per usual, it felt like the guys on the sideline wanted to go ahead and go for it.
Of course they did, but of course head coach, it defers back to him, and he made the decision, let's get 3 out of this, make sure we get some points.
Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick, but instead it falls down incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
11B, 11B. 11.
Bortles will try again on 2nd down. Over the middle, complete. That's Cole. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down. Bortles now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Bortles. He finds Yeldon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football.
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Here we go.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He'll buy some time right. Shakes off the side. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. Again, it's Bortles. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. After the interception, here's Watson. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. To throw on second is Watson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field, and that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 26. The Clemson connection. Watson to Hopkins for a big one. 44 yards. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. They go play action here on 1st down. Throw left side complete. It's Griffin. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Watson hands this to Foreman, and he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On 1st down, Watson. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
Here's Watson. Flushed out running, and he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield, and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt. Obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Bortles again here on 2nd and 10. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. They'll go with a big back four-net. And some room to work. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
I tell you, on 4th and 1, when you're way back on your side of the field, I thought this might just be an attempt to draw them off and get the first down that way. But they were going for it the whole time, and they wind up getting it.
11B, 11B.
Now Bortles. Flush to his right. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Room to run inside the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 38. Bortles now on 1st down. Going up top. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary had really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
And complete over the middle, Safarian Jenkins. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down. Bortles now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Bortles now to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
And 54, Ricky.
Again, they'll throw with Bortles. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 11. Out of the gun, Watson. Escaping the pressure right. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Dante Fowler in there to drop him for a loss on the play. Here's Shane Leckler now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up first and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Calais Campbell in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hopkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. Watson now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Come back.
Now a first down throw. Watson. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Here's Watson now on 2nd down. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. They call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
3rd and long. It's Watson. Being chased out left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. Time for a break. Here's Shane Leckler now as he's on to punt for Houston. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. .21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Jaguars will take over at their 20-yard line. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And last time, 1-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And Watson's going to throw it here. Fighting through pressure. And, boy, that one drops incomplete. But if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. He can run for it, and he will. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. And Fairbairn missed it. He pulled it left, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, he was 3 for 3 to that point, but he couldn't keep the perfect game going.
Did someone mention it on the bench and jinx it?
Maybe jinx him a little bit.
Well, you doubt it had anything to do with overconfidence, but hey, it's an inexact science. These things do happen.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. To throw is Bortles. Buying time to his left. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Bortles going to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Dylan Cole, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Well, when someone other than the quarterback is throwing the football, it's either beautiful or a disaster, and here it was the latter.
Nowhere in between, right? You're exactly right. It takes some fortitude to call that type of a play, but when it doesn't work, oh boy, you wish you hadn't.
Down to a knee here as the Texans look to let the clock roll. They'll go ahead and take the knee here, and the unbeaten season will continue. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you prime the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Texans, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they'll return home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from Jacksonville.